Alright guys, welcome. This is K-Fleck. My name is Keegan. I've been doing iRacing for less than a year now, getting pretty close to a year, but I've been running the 87 cars, the NASCAR Legends, for pretty much the whole time I've been doing iRacing, ever since I got through Class B. Absolutely love this car, and I realized there's not many videos on running this car. It'd be kind of cool to try to help people out. I know a lot of people will be into practice and they'll be like, man, I don't know how to drive this thing. This thing drives obviously way different than the next gen cup car, the Xfinity car, Gen 4 even. You really need to watch your tire wear in this car, and I'm going to kind of show you a few laps around Darlington. This is the first time I've been doing this, so the first video may be kind of rough, but hopefully people like it enough and I can do this every week for this car, because like I said, I really like running this car, and let's get right into it. Well, starting out, it's a fixed setup class. Depending on the track size, I will usually run a 14-to-1 steering ratio. Here lately, I've been running the 16-to-1s on like the bigger tracks, like a mile and a half, so bigger. This is not a mile and a half, but it's pretty close. So usually 16-to-1. It's only three things you can change in the fixed setup. That's going to be the steering ratio, the steering offset, and the brake bias. Now, the brake bias at this track, with how slick it's going to be this week, track temp's going to be 80. I mean, the temperature is going to be 86, so the track temp's around 125 or so. It's going to be pretty slick. So brake bias towards the front is pretty nice, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But basically, when you're in a run at a normal kind of like mile and a half or like a short track, if you're trying to get the car to rotate more, you want to add more bias to the rear. But as of right now, the 58 brake bias seems to be a pretty good spot. All right, well, let's get into it. One thing I like about running this car the most is, honestly, it's kind of funny, but the H pattern shifter, pushing in the clutch and grabbing gears is very satisfying. With the track temp being kind of hot this week, they are usually pretty hot when we run this car, because the people who make like the schedule, they try to stay realistic. So it's like a lot of races back then will run in the middle of the day, like noon. This week it is listed as like 3:35, but track is still pretty hot. It's pretty easy to bust your ass here. If you're used to running Darlington in like a next gen or Xfinity car, you gotta brake sooner. I mean, you just do. Brake soon. You can see my throttle and my steering input on the bottom left of the screen. Obviously, be easy on the throttle, guys. I usually brake about right here, slow down a little bit more than you would normally. Now, if you're gonna want to watch your right front here, so you don't want to drive in too deep. That's a main mistake that a lot of people do. They drive in way too deep, and you're just gonna overheat the right front. Now in turns 1 and 2 here, I like to get kind of close to the wall because you get a better drive off going down the back stretch here, which is, if you know, that's the old front stretch. But turns 3 and 4 is always my worst spot. This want to be easy on the throttle, kind of let it roll through the center. Be easy on the throttle even when you're leaving the turn. Just try not to go full throttle until you have the car straightened out. But like I said, you want to be easy on the brakes too. You don't want to slam the brakes; you'll lock them up pretty easy. This is a spot here where I struggle. I think a lot of people probably are going to struggle the most this week. If you're going to get a wreck, it's going to be on the exit of turn 2. So I'm not so much. Like I said, this is the first video I'm going to make. Been running this car for a while. I won the Division 2 championship last season. I was like top 10 overall in points. I've been learning. A lot of guys who run this, they are very fast, and it takes a lot of work to get good at this car, but it's so rewarding. I think it's the best oval racing series on iRacing, in my opinion. Probably one of the most cleanest too, depends on the lobby you get. But you just want to be easy, guys. I mean, even that right there was kind of drifting up a little bit. It's alright to drift up, I mean, you're going to have to take a line you don't normally want to. Like down the front stretch here, you might have a guy on your inside. You're better off to back off early, let him by, and then kind of fall behind him. You don't really want to go double wide into turn 1 and 2. You can do it in 3 and 4 for sure, but there probably will be a little bit of contact. Also, watch out for that wall. One of the main things about running this car is don't slide the tires. The heat is a really big factor in these things. A lot of people who don't usually run this car will be in a race or in practice, and they'll all of a sudden say, well, I can't get the car to stew. That's because you probably wore off the right front. It's pretty easy to wear off the right front here. Now, there are some tracks, like we were at Homestead in week 1 of season 3 here. That was very heavy on the right rear, as well as Legacy, Michigan. You got really loose, so you're gonna wear off the right rear more. I feel like at this track, when we ran it in season 1, that's the first time I ran it in this car, it was pretty heavy on the right front. Right front is definitely gonna get worn here, just because like most of the load is on the right front when you're in this car. Now, if you're kind of loose, you will be a little bit more dependent on the right rear. It's the one more lap, and then I'll just kind of go over a few things as well. Like I said, guys, kind of my first video, doing a track video, so I'm gonna be learning a lot myself on how I want to do these videos. Let me know if you think there's anything that you want me to see or want me to talk about. That'd be kind of cool. I really just want to help people drive this car, especially the ones who enjoy doing it, but they just don't know how to really drive it. As you can tell, I'm getting kind of loose here. I'm gonna feather the throttle. If you start getting loose like that, you just have to back off. You're gonna have to back off, and because I probably overheated one of the tires. We're gonna hop off after this lap and check the tire wear. With also of how big this track is, you know, the racing line is like these top 2 lanes or whatever. There won't be as many cautions when you run Darlington, because most of the people will be spinning out below the racing surface, and they don't throw a caution when that happens. So, okay, I was actually kind of wrong. The right rear did wear pretty good there. Let's turn the camera back on. Not sure if y'all want to see my ugly face here, but we're gonna do it anyways. As you can see, the right rear, I mean, we only ran a handful of laps, whatever. Right rear was pretty worn. It's more tire wear. As you can see, it's at 95% in the middle, while the right front is 97. But the right front is definitely hotter. So a majority of these tracks, especially the 1.5 miles, the tracks where long run speed is going to come into play. If you want to be fast, you may at times let a few guys by. Let them by. You'll have better long run speed because you're managing your tires a lot better. So now sometimes you get into it where there's a lot of cautions and what you can probably be a little bit more aggressive, but for the most part, the key to success in these cars is managing tires. Let's watch a lap while I'm kind of talking here. But this car is so much fun to drive, and I really hope, like I said, this is gonna be kind of a rough video. I'm just kind of blabbering on and I'm kind of talking a little bit, but hopefully after doing a few of these, I can get into a good rhythm and maybe be a little bit better at making these. Now, loose is fast. If you want to set a good qualifying lap, you know, go balls to the wall. But long run speed will be big here. And most of the good lobbies this week will probably have maybe, you know, 1 or 2 cautions. If I had to guess, and that's because, you know, there should be a lot of long green flag runs. Like I said, a lot of people, you will be spinning out here on the exit of turn 2, and they'll spin down low. And by spinning down low, it won't bring out the yellow. So long run speed will be big. If you want to try to get better at this car, you know, conserve your tires better. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. This is the first attempt at a track video for Darlington and the 87s. I'm gonna be trying to do this every week, and I might even wait until like maybe Monday to make these videos, like Monday night, and have some footage from like the first race of the week. But as of right now, guys, this is gonna be it for the video. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you like the video and if it was helpful for you. Hope you guys have a good day.